There's a place in your house where it's cool to chill, get some me time, or even cook a meal. It's your kitchen, mofo, ain't no time to slack. So just grab yourself a penny and let's work that ass. If you're scared of this place, ain't no need to bother. Just lay down your weapons and pick up another.
Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to My Virgin Kitchen. Tonight I'm going to be trying to make my very own chocolate bread. This is a recipe from a guy called Willy Harcourt-Cooze. He's just basically a massive real life Willy Wonka, and he does this stuff called 100% cacao, and I saw him at the big festival. If you want to buy this stuff, which is incredible by the way, go to his website, but this recipe itself is from his book, which I've got, called Willy's Chocolate Bible, which is also at his website, so go to the same address. And I saw him cook it at the festival the other day before my very eyes, and I was like, wow, bread, I like that, chocolate, I like that, I'm going to give it a go. So no doubt it probably won't be as good as his, but I've got all the ingredients you need to make this, so just hit pause and write them down. I was actually asked to make bread the other day by a guy called Shawnio on YouTube, who watches a lot of my videos, so hi Shawnio, making bread for you mate, but obviously with a little bit of a chocolate kink. And also, speaking of a kink, I've got some olives to go in there, and I hate olives, but I'm going to stay true to the recipe, and we'll see how we get on. So first thing I'm going to do, is we've got some plain flour, some wholemeal flour, and some yeast here. I'm just going to grab myself a big bowl and sieve it all in together, okay? So let's get cracking. Let's just go. Right then guys, really easy. We're going to make our dough first. Grab yourself a bowl like this, nice and big one, like that, and a sieve. First of all, I'm going to get my plain flour and pour that in, like so. And just sieve it from a height, like that. Like snow falling down, you do this with ice and sugar and all that stuff all the time, but this is just going to sieve it, break it down nice and thin. Cool, that's in there. Now, your wholemeal flour, 100 grams of that. Pour that through as well. Going to be a little bit more stodgy and thicker this, so let's just break that through as well. A little bit more of a harder tap maybe. Oh, it's just all sprinkling there, looking good, loving it. Nearly there, let's keep going. Right, that is all in there. Now finally, your packet of yeast is about 1.5 teaspoons of yeast there. You can buy it in the shops, normally get about a pack of 10 in there. So just pour that in, like so. And you'll see, we've got a massive concoction of sieved flour and yeast all in there together. So just leave that to one side for a minute. And what we're going to do now is prepare our olives, okay? I've never, ever, in my videos so far today, used olives. I can't stand them. So, in true Barry style, I'm going to try one on camera and show you what it tastes like, and we're going to chop them up finally and get the little pips out of the middle bit. So let's do that. Cha-ching! Right then guys, I've just started chopping up my olives, and the smell already is just making me go, because I really hate them. But anyhow, there we go, they're all chopped up, and the seeds I'm just chucking in my little makeshift bin down there. So I'm going to just plonk one in my mouth. If you know me, you know that I hate olives, but oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Right, I can't do olives, but we're going to see what it's like in a cake. Hopefully the chocolate will overpower it. Oh, and I like it. Anyhow, I've got myself a little saucepan there. What I'm going to do is grab the milk, like so, and just pour that in, like so, in there. And also, our water, pour that in. In a minute, the olive oil and our cacao is going to go in there. Now that is 190 grams there. I want to cut that in half and plonk that in there. So I'm going to do that and just cut it into little chunks and work my way through the olives. That's disgusting. So keep chopping up your olives, like so, and heat up your milk and your water. Right here then, the olives are all cut up. Feeling really intimidated by those, so I'm staying well away. I chopped up my cacao, like so. I've got half a block left. Now what you're thinking, oh, massive block of 100% cacao. Do not bite into it, because it's just basically going to taste like cocoa powder or cacao powder, thinking about it. So I've just halved my block like so, and it's crumbled into little pieces like that. So all I'm going to do is plonk it in my pan with the milk and the water, like so. Get a little wooden spoon and start to stir it through. Once it's all melted over a low heat, we're going to pour in our olive oil, which is just sat there, okay? So that's about it. Right then guys, just want to show you the chocolate is all melted through, or should I say cacao? I don't know, I'm not really a chocolate expert. Let's ask Willy next time, okay? Yeah, so that is all melted through, looking good, nice and thick and glossy. I just want to dive in there, but I'm going to grab my olive oil and pour that in like so. Cool. So it's still warm. I'm going to put that back over the heat. Remember, it's on a very low heat. You can see that, just oil, like an oil slick in the ocean. Just stir that all through, mix it together. And what's going to happen next, I've got a chopping board there, which I've lightly floured there. And we're going to plonk our hot sauce into the flour to start to make our dough. It's going to be amazing. So keep working away with this, stir it together, give it a couple of minutes so it's all bonded. Oh, that's looking good. And then it's going to join a party of chocolate bread dough loving. Woo! Right then guys, our hot chocolate sauce is done in the pan, so it's still warm. From a bowl there with the flour and the yeast in it. Let's just pour that in from a great height so you can see it. Ooh. Wow. Make sure you get it all in there. I want to show you this, but there's still some on the bottom of the pan. Hang on a minute, let me just scrape that all out. Get it all in there. I want that maximum chocolate loving in there. I want to really feel it. I want to camouflage the taste of those olives, okay? Right, let me show you this. This is incredible. Wow, like a chocolate lake. Let's bring it all together. Start to stir it slowly all in. We'll make that dough and get ready to use our floured surface. It's hot in here already. Well then guys, so after a good 10 minutes worth of elbow grease, I've got myself a nice big block of chocolate dough like so, and what I'm going to do is just start kneading it in my flour like that, just rolling it in, like kneading it. I'm not really a baker, I'm just going to keep working it like that. Give it for about 10 minutes like this to really stretch it, make it go all elasticy, and then I'm going to chuck our olives in, knead it a bit more, and plonk it in a bowl to leave it for a good 2 hours. Woo! Right guys, so I've been adding flour to this just to make sure it's still nice and manoeuvrable. We don't want it sticking to your chopping board back. As you can hopefully see, it's getting all like funky and elasticy. It's like a big elastic band. I can stretch it and throw it out the window and it comes straight back, kind of like a bungee rope. Anyhow, I'm just going to flatten this down like some sort of flat sort of pizza base, and I'm going to grab my olives and pour them into the middle. Just sit them in there like that. I don't mind if any drop down because then, you know, it's one less to eat, right? And I'm just going to fold them in first of all, and then just start to bring it all in together. And then I'm just going to knead it through. So that way there's like a random mixture of the chocolate dough and the olives in there together. It's going to be a chocolate olive festival party. It's a really hot day today, I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. Whew, let's keep going. And then you're going to get yourself a bowl like this, which is well greased. You're going to just plonk that in there to rest. And then you can rest too. Yeah. Okay, I've finished kneading my bread. And Phoebe, hello mate, you okay? Yeah. What's that? It's chocolate dough with like bits of olives in it. Can you see these green things in there? Can you see them? They're called olives. Now, don't ever eat an olive, okay? Because they're really bad for you, okay?
But I want to put it in a bowl.
You can put it in a bowl for me, yeah. It's just about to be Phoebe's bath time. So what we're going to do is plonk that in the bowl like I've told you before. So leave that there, and it's going to expand in size. So we need to drape over a tea towel on top. Phoebes, can you put the tea towel on top of the bowl? Like put that over the top, just cover it. Make sure it covers all of it. Yeah. You've done this before, haven't you? Yes. Make sure it covers. Yes. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. Okay, that'll do. Right, that is going into a warm place for at least 2 hours to expand. And speaking of warm places, what are we going to now?
I want to go watch telly.
You want to go watch telly? We're going to go have a bath. So, well, I'll see you in 2 hours and we'll carry on. Whoa! Right then guys, it's actually been about an hour and 45 minutes if I'm honest, but I gave Phoebe a bath, read her story, and I fell asleep right next to her. But that's a good thing because the dough mixture has had a good amount of time to grow and expand and the yeast do its thing. Wow, check out that bad boy, that is big. That is looking almost like a cake already and it smells good. You can smell the yeast, it feels like a bakery in here. So all I've got is a loaf tin like so, which I've greased. I've sprayed some grease in there, and also if I've got any left over, a baking tray where I might screw some up and make some rolls. Okay, so all I'm going to do is pick that up, compact it into that loaf tin, bearing in mind it will rise a little bit, okay, and then we're just going to put on our fennel seeds and shove it in the oven. Preheat your oven to gas mark 5/190 degrees centigrade. Cheers. Yeah then guys, nice big dollop of chocolate dough. I'm just going to grab my loaf tin and just dunk it in like so, and just start to push it around so it meets all the edges like so. This is kind of like Play-Doh. I'm loving it actually. There we go, that's all in there. So what I want you to do is to grab some milk, or it recommends an egg yolk, and just brush up and down your loaf like so. And then get some fennel seeds. I know, sounds odd, but we're just going to go with it. We've already gone with the olives. We're going to do the fennel seeds too, and just dust them over the top. So the milk is going to hold those fennel seeds on there. It's looking like this. You can see that there. And what I've got is a little bit left over to shove on a baking tray to make some rolls. So now I'm going to plonk that in the oven for 45 minutes, turn it around halfway through, and it should be done. The rolls only take 15 minutes, so I'm going to put another bit of a tea towel on them for a bit, and then we're going to eat them. Right here then guys, so that is going in the oven as I say. Let's just open this up. Wow, that is hot. I can feel the heat coming through right on the top shelf, so it might cook a little quicker. Keep your eye on that. So, I've made 2 little rolls. I just want to show you, it's absolutely tipping down rain outside. Check that out, it's like a tropical rainstorm coming. Crazy times. So yeah, these rolls, exactly the same steps. All I'm going to do, brush it a little bit with milk on the top. A little bit more. And then some more fennel seeds. A little dusting like that. And they will be some funky little chocolate rolls that I can have on the side as a snack. Easy. Right then guys, that has been 45 minutes. I spanned the bread around halfway through. It smells incredible in here. I'm so excited. It feels like I'm in a bakery. I got a little bit too excited at the start actually and shoved my rolls in right away. They only took 15 minutes, so they're all nice and cool now. The smell is so good. I want to bite into it actually. And the bread is done too, so I'm just going to get my knife and just sort of work it way around there, around the edges to let it fall out. Tap it out onto a plate. I could serve it with jam or butter or something like that, but I'm just going to have it plain and see if I can get over my fear of olives. Let's go for it. Right then guys, I've cut off a little bit, as you know, loads left over. I've got a slice here which I'm just going to take a bite out of, just a teeny one. Oh wow, it's still warm, I'm loving it. A really subtle chocolate flavour. The olives I can hardly taste, yeah. And that fennel that we sprinkle on the top of the end, it's just coming along at the end dancing going, yeah, I'm fennel, I'm loving it. And I'm loving this too. It's definitely a savoury bread. Obviously, you can put some sugar in there or something like that if you want to sweeten it up. Maybe go sort of like a cake mixture. I might go put some butter on that right now and have it, you know, like that. Old school, baby. I'm loving that. So thanks, Willie, for this recipe. It's amazing. If I can make that, absolutely anyone in the world can. Have a go for yourself. Let me know how you get on. And I'll see you again next time. Love ya.
High five.